Good evening, ladies and gentlemen out there. This is your boy, the Problem Child, and I'm here to address this so-called greatest wrestler, Hulk Hogan. You son of a bitch! How dare you change TNA to what it is? You suck just because you only had 3 moves. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just explain his move, the body slam, when he picked up Andre the Giant, which I think is the most overrated match at WrestleMania. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand when I say this was the most overrated match. It was the slowest. It was the lamest. It's just because they had good hype on it that everybody wants to call this the greatest. He also had the boot. Are you kidding me? The boot? Any retard can move away from the boot, ladies and gentlemen. It was the lamest move of them all. But then again, when I think about his last move and his third move, ladies and gentlemen, I just find out what the hell, and that was the leg drop. Seriously, everybody did the leg drop. Why would his leg drop finish off his opponents, ladies and gentlemen? I just don't understand it. But it's not about how lame his wrestling is or how overrated this wrestler is. This is about how he is ruining TNA with his lame-ass regime. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to take up a little bit of your time to talk about this douchebag. But this son of a bitch, how dare he? Ladies and gentlemen, he brings in this Orlando Jordan. Seriously, Orlando Jordan was never good. He is never good. He's not good now. And for him to go over the Pope was a damn shame. He brings in all these old wrestlers like Ric Flair. Ric Flair, you had no business coming back to TNA, ladies and gentlemen. Please do understand, yes, Ric Flair is a great wrestler, but he has no business in TNA when he has such a great send-off on WWE. Now I'm also going to talk about this Val Venus. Ladies and gentlemen, please, when I say Val Venus, I am not going to call him by his real name, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is not a good wrestler. No, he isn't. Nor is. Why is he bringing in his so-called friends, the Nasty Boys? Ladies and gentlemen, I can say me and somebody else in the IWC can take on the Nasty Boys, ladies and gentlemen, and win the match. I guarantee it. Now, I am also going to talk about Mr. Overrated. Mr. Overrated. Mr. Overrated. Mr. Anderson. Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't know how to use him in WWE because he had nothing to use. And a lot of people are going to come on here and say, you're full of shit. Mr. Anderson is a great wrestler. Maybe he is the next Rock. And I said, no, he isn't. It's the Pope, who is Pippin or TNA, who is the next Rock. Now, Hulk Hogan with your lame rules and your lame gimmicks trying to be like WWE. And then you tell everybody that you taught Vince the business. Well, Vince father came and picked you up from Japan to come to the WWE or the WWF as what it was called. And you're going to walk around like your shit doesn't stink for these past couple of years, and I'm telling you the fans are sick and tired of your bullshit. I'm not telling the fans to boycott TNA, but I am telling the fans to go back, write your letters, Twitter, Dixie Carter, and tell us you want your old TNA back, or else nothing will change. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand I am not ripping the TNA brand because there are a lot of potential, and Hulk Hogan and Eric Bischoff are burying the great talent that was on there by bringing in all these rejects, all these wrestlers that have not been around or nobody wanted anymore, not even on the independent circuit. Now you think about it. Before they came, TNA was actually going up. Now all of a sudden they're going back down, ladies and gentlemen. It is a crying shame when we lose our wrestling like this. And to you, Hulk Hogan, you are not a good promoter. You are not a good booker. Anytime you have Scott Hall, Mr. Drunk, and Sean Waterman, Mr. Drug Addict, Mr. Porn Addict, Mr. How dare you bring these two in and think you can book them as great wrestlers? When Scott Hall has a bigger belly than I do. Woo! Sorry, but I'm going to have to preach to the IW3 and Hulk Hogan because this is an address to you, Hulk Hogan. I got the God of War behind me to tell you, I'm going to war with you, Hulk Hogan. I'm coming after you. This is a video to you, Hulk Hogan, saying tear down your regime. The so-called TNA Classic members will tear it down. You're going to try to use this excuse, Rome wasn't built in a day. But when Rome wasn't bringing in all these lame-ass people to try to make it a great empire. Now, Hulk Hogan, you think you're the best? You think you're the best wrestler of all time? And I'm here to say you suck. You really do. You don't deserve to be on nobody's list as the greatest wrestler of all time. You don't ever deserve that title. Ladies and gentlemen, please understand, I know there are a lot of Hulkamanias out there, but I'm not one of them. I got sick of Hulk in 1996, ladies and gentlemen, when him and Bischoff came up with this idea of NWO. Maybe even before that, when it was Popstamania. But what I am saying is, we want our old TNA back, Hulk Hogan. Bring back the six-sided ring. Instead of the rap, so all your old friends and all the senior citizens can walk to the ring and wrestle against the young guys and then get over the young guys. You bring in RVD. Yes, you did. But you bury him. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you might say, well, he is creating controversy. But I'm here to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, all my brothers and sisters out there, he is not creating controversy. He is burying this company. He bought out lame CDs, he bought out lame DVDs, he bought out lame movies. And I know a lot of people are going to say the Marine wasn't good either. But at least people know the Marine isn't good. And not going to try to build it up like people were building up Hulk Hogan movies. You're lame, Hulk Hogan. You're a douchebag. And this is how I'm going to end my video. I'm going to war against you, Hulk Hogan, with